In this video, we're here to tell you about how your New Year's resolution doesn't really mean anything. Hey guys, welcome to Tickzon, where we try to turn our hindsight into your foresight. My name is Ugo, aka Mr. Tickzon, and I'm hoping to provide you with some value today. So firstly, thank you for clicking onto the video. Hopefully our videos have been helping you. Hopefully that we've been helping you that both directly, indirectly, whether you've come to a workshop, whether you've been at the school, whether you're trying to be a mentor, or in any way or capacity, we've been helping you. Now, in this video, as per the intro, as per the title, I've come here to, enlighten to you why your New Year's resolution doesn't really mean much. Like, it really doesn't mean much. My friend when I was telling my friend about this the video I was planning, is like, what do you mean it doesn't mean much to me? I mean, no, like, it really doesn't mean much. Most people's New Year's resolution doesn't mean much. In fact, for most of you, you ask yourself, when was the last time you actually kept a New Year's resolution? And so a resolution implies that you're resolving something, you're doing something that you weren't doing before, you are changing up. For most people, it's a big change. I'm changing up a habit, I'm trying to be a different person. And a lot of times, the way we approach a new year is kind of devoid of how we actually should be going around changing a habit. Now, the beauty of a new year, we're in 2022, two twos now, we've gotten out of 2021. The beauty of a new year is that it starts on a new day. 1st of January is New Year's Day. And the beauty of it, and for a lot of people, that is almost spiritual, is almost impactful, that, oh my days, it's a new year. But you also have to remember, fundamentally, it's a new day, and a new year for you can start at any time, in any context, in terms of today could be the day things change for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be the 1st of January. And so a lot of times when people are doing New Year's resolutions, it's already flawed in of its sense, because a lot of times people assume that we're not robots. People typically delay the changes that they really want to make in their life. They're typically, New Year's Day is coming, so it's almost like, oh yeah, once it's New Year's Day, new year, new me, I'm a change. But that's not how human beings change, and that also comes down to you hoping that there's a perfect time. Most people are looking for a perfect time to make a change. It's like, oh yeah, once I finish this dissertation, then I'll start eating well. Once I quit this job, then I'll be able to exercise. Once it comes to the end of the year, then I'll be able to go to the gym. Oh my days, don't worry, I'm just waiting for the church conference to go down, then maybe I'll see my family a bit more. We're always making excuses to why this time will be the perfect time, when in reality, there's absolutely no right time to make a good change. There's absolutely no right time to even make a bad change. There's absolutely no good time to make change. The only thing that's permanent is change, and that is something that we need to be going towards, more intentionally, as opposed to delaying it and waiting for the New Year's. And most times when we do come to the New Year, most of us end up flopping. So yeah, change is the only thing that's permanent, and the question of which for you in your life and in however context you want to see it, is whether the change is turning into development or progress or regression or whatnot. But time keeps on moving, and time is your most valuable resource, your most valuable asset, and the only thing that you have in this life that's non-replenishable, and you can't really get the time back. And so delaying changes in your life, delaying it to the New Year's, new year, new me, new year resolution, is one of the reasons why most of your New Year's resolutions doesn't mean anything, because you're looking for the new perfect time to bounce off. All my days, yeah, like we've already said, when I finish this job, then I'll make this change. When I finish this dissertation, then I'll eat well. Once I finish this church conference, I'll sleep. And it doesn't necessarily work out that way. So in terms of maximizing 2022 in a way for you to be successful, not just for 2022, but establish yourself in the way you want to continue, as opposed to every single year you're looking to do resets, of which most of us don't fall through with that. Because as I've said before in this channel and in different videos, we don't work well with going 0 to 100. We don't work well with drastic changes. We don't work well of moving outside of our comfort zone so far, even though in principle it seems nice. If you're somebody that has never gone to the gym, or you're not someone that regularly goes to the gym, and I don't know why this is such a common New Year's resolution that people already told me already, but like going to the gym, I'm gonna go to the gym every day, or I'm gonna go to the gym 3 days a week. Bro, for 3 months you didn't even go once. At least go once a week, and then progressively load that up into making it make sense. Because you have to establish the habit of being somebody who actually goes to the gym. And so this is about using your time and using your resources and using everything about you to make it make sense. And if you really want to make a change in your life, don't be doing the new year, new me. Don't be waiting for New Year's resolutions. Even if for yourself right now, as you're watching this video and you're seeing, my New Year's resolution doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. And if you have flopped, it doesn't mean anything. It means that you now have an opportunity and a chance to just restart. A lot of people, you have so much motivation coming into the year on this New Year's resolution, this New Year's new me, New Year, new opportunity. Oh, we've left 2021 in jackpot, but then you didn't realize that it was holding you on the back. Now it's still with you in 2022. It's one of those ones where you can choose to decide that today is the day that you're going to change up. Even when you look at New Year's Day, it being a new day and new opportunities come with new days. When you close your eyes and go to bed and wake up, you go to bed unconscious. You actually have no idea of what tomorrow is going to be. Tomorrow's not promised. The only thing, tomorrow is not promised, so there's no guarantee of tomorrow. So using today as the best of your ability is the best way to go about it. Now, for me personally, how I'm going to be doing this 2021. Now, luckily, no, it's 2021, 2022. It's not even 2 weeks, guys. It's one of them ones. But how personally I'm going to start using this 2022. On the channel, you're not going to be seeing, at least in January, you're not going to be seeing a lot of content. But relative to maybe the last couple of months, maybe it will still be a lot. But for me, this January, I'm using it to plan properly for the things I'm looking to achieve in 2021. And not just 2021. I keep saying 2021. 2022. 22, yeah. What I'm planning to achieve in 2022. Luckily enough, I achieved a lot of, if not all, the goals that I set for 2021, similarly with 2020, and I'm hoping, that I'm able to achieve as much as I can do in 2022, and hoping to help people. So you'll be seeing, for me, the whole of January is basically a planning situation, and for some of those around me are following me in the planning situation, and we'll have some goal setting sessions, that some of which we'll do in person and some of which we may do provided time allows in on YouTube or Instagram. But this year we'll be bringing a lot of content with you guys. We'll be going back into schools, going to universities, provided Omni-Man doesn't stop us from doing that, and and all of those things, and then just putting on a bit more events. It was great, for me. I've been very grateful for being able to help you guys out in some little forms here or there, and so I'm hoping to continue that and develop every day to be better for you guys, but also for myself and the people around me. The events that we put on last year, I've been very grateful to hear the feedback of those people that found it useful, found it impactful. So this year we'll be doing some more stuff to watch out for. Big Brother podcast, we're going to be having a couple of long form videos. There's a couple of videos that'll be coming out that don't even make sense, so we've got a Had I Knows, which will continue. They'll come out raw because I don't really have the time to be doing them editing, so you guys will enjoy that as you want to enjoy it. Men's group, women's group will be coming to a school hopefully near you, a youth club near you. Obviously you find us on YouTube and in other forms. Website coming out soon. So there's a lot of things we're going to be doing this year, but ultimately our main thing is hopefully that as we see you in the beginning of this year, hopefully as you've come here and towards the end of the year, we'll leave you in a better way than we saw you. But ultimately, guys, this year, don't waste your time. I kind of said it to people around me, don't stress too much this year, but don't slack too much this year. Find the balance. I feel that's the human beings everlasting challenge is to find balance. And when life comes, just go with the flow. Don't when you're creating your goals and you're planning, make sure that it's adaptable. Understand that you very much have the ability to fail this year. And if somebody asked me, how would you tell me if somebody's successful or not successful, then I'll just ask them, do you feel successful? If the answer is no. If the answer is yes. It's a very simple metric. There's no real monetary form of being successful or whatever. If you're very content in the position you are, then you can be successful in that sense, provided that doesn't come from a pure lack of laziness and motivation to do anything. That's completely different. But you get what I'm trying to say. You can fail, but you can also succeed. There's no guarantee for tomorrow, and luckily we've been able to see 2022. And some people weren't that lucky, and so you take every day as a privilege, you take every day as a new opportunity, and you take every day as a new day and a new year, because New Year's doesn't really mean anything. Even if you look at the context of historically, like even when I'm about to say some nonsense that doesn't mean much to you, but like when we moved from the old calendars to everybody adopting the Gregorian calendar, just 10 days like that just wiped out of history, which means like New Year's Day really could be arbitrary. It could be 10 years, 10 days back, 10 days forward. If you look how times came when it came to us or adopting the same time with the railroads, there's times in history that don't exist. You know, Chinese New Year is a different day every year, and in all these kind of things, what I mean is that for your opportunity to start your new year or your new me can be at any point in time. And it's up to you also to sit down before you decide that you want to do a new year, new me. You ask yourself, is the old you, even is there a problem with the old you? Is what do you want to achieve? Who do you want to become by changing to that person? And also when you now decide that that's what you want to do, make sure that you plan it properly in order to start and not necessarily stop. Don't go and now say I'm gonna go start banging gym every week and stuff like that, and then when you don't see results in a week, no, it doesn't work out. Success is one of those things where it's come from doing little things consistently over time. That's when you see success. You know, they say 7 years and be an overnight success. Most times you see, like, you just say, oh, this guy just popped up, he'd been out here for time. And so it's up to you to do the grind, you know, when nobody's watching you, and then that's where the most impact is, as opposed to, you know, when people are on you. Last thing I'll leave you with is this: to understand, in any of the goals that you've set in your life, and any goals that you've kind of put out there, whether it's New Year's resolution or otherwise, if the people around you want you are more invested in the goals you're trying to achieve, care about your goals more, are pushing you more than you're pushing them, then the likelihood is that you're probably going to flop. If like you want to do anything, if you're trying to start a business but your girl is more interested in you pushing you to start the business than you are, then if your mom is telling you to come out there, if your dad, if your brother, if your boyfriend, if your sister, if they're more invested in you, whether it's getting your finance together, getting your relationship with God together, getting your ideal perspective of life together, you know, getting your health together, getting your mentality together, mental health, any aspect of your life, if the people around you are more invested in that than you yourself, then it's likely that you're going to flop. And before you even decide to do a plan to even change that, you have a bigger thing to worry about and deal with. And so if you can't deal with that, then the foundation you're building yourself is already soft. So hopefully we provided you with some food for thought. Hopefully that this year will be something that you'll be able to, even with all the COVID situations, I know it's a taboo thing to say on YouTube, but even with all of those things, all things considered, you know, in the midst of darkness, you can still find some light, and it's up to you to find out if you're going to turn on your torch, put some batteries and make some light for yourself. So my name's Ugo. I talk too much. I'll be talking a lot this year. So have a blessed day. And if you know this felt any kind of way to you in a positive or in a negative, hit the like, subscribe, comment, and all those kind of things, and consider becoming a mentor. And have a blessed day, guys. Take care and bye.
Woke up in the morning, had a dream of getting paid. I done made a couple moves, now I got money on the way. Yo, I did it for the hustle, did it off the change, got them down.